Hey, what's up? We're lifewithoutpants here with another Path of Exile video. In today's video, we're going to talk about our recent experimental version of our control. So previously, we ran 100 toxic sewer maps with a Gilded Blight Scarab, a Polished Cartography Scarab, and a Sacrifice Fragment. And we did exactly the same again, but this time we added in a Gilded Cartography Scarab. So now we have Gilded, Blight, and Cartography Scarabs. We had again a Polished Niko Scarab and a Sacrifice Fragment. So let's take a look at our results. And we got here, I've got all the currency and all the oils. We dropped a lot of anointed jewelry as well. I've already used up the oil extractors on those. We went from, I think, around 7 golden oils to 22. So that jewelry really does make up a lot. This is what the maps look like. And the results are a little bit interesting. So previously in 320 in the last league, the Gilded Cartography Scarab would affect blight chests. So it says you get 50% increased chance, increased number of maps found in your maps, and that's not true anymore. You don't get that. I got the stats right here. In the control set, we got 260 blighted maps, and in this one we got 259. So seems pretty clear that it's not affecting them. In the last set, we also got 51 toxic sewers. City square maps, and we got 56 toxic sewer maps. And in this one, it was I've got a spreadsheet up here. So this is what the spreadsheet looks like. Our total cost was 18.3 C per map, and in the previous one it was 12.8, and our profit was actually less this time by adding in a cartography scarab. Not by much, by 1 C per map, but that's basically means that the Gilded Cartography Scarab does not pay for itself. So the only difference here is that we've got this Gilded Cartography Scarab extra, and it doesn't pay for itself. It does not pay for itself. It gets you maybe 4C extra. That's it. And the reason for that is, so in the first set we had 260 blighted maps, like I said, and then we got 259. In the first set we had 51 city square maps. Now we got 48, so a little bit less. We had 55 toxic sewers, and those are our main favorite ones, and now we've got 95. So it's converting a lot of maps into toxic sewer maps, or it's just dropping additional toxic sewer maps. And then generic maps, in the previous set we had 100, and this time we had 93. So actually less generic maps dropping. It seems like the cartography scale, it's 7% difference. So maybe that's just variance, but it seems like the cartography scarab is only really adding a few more of our favorite maps, and that's it. And it does not seem worth it to me. It really does not seem worth it. We got around about the same amount of currency, so 5,656 in the previous one and 5,974 in this one. And the Guardian maps and Unique maps, they were around the same. So I pegged them at the same thing. I think we had 24 before. I think, honestly, we actually had more Guardian and Shaper and Cirrus maps in the last round than we did in this one. So this is what our stats look like. It's pretty interesting. I haven't, we didn't change anything. Like the tree is the same, or in fact, that's not true. I changed the chance. Your maps have a 4% chance to contain a blight encounter. I changed this to this. So nothing that will change the drop rates. So this is just blight towers and their minions take 20% more damage, and the Ica pump. So it's basically just to make sure that it's easier on us. It shouldn't change the drop rates whatsoever. We still have the Niko Tech, the mining byproducts, and the packed with energy, and that's for the sulphite scarab that we use. I didn't include the Niko stuff, the profits in the last run, and I haven't done this time, so we can go and see how much we made from Niko with 100 polished scarabs. So the Niko Tech, just in case you didn't, I said I would explain it the last time, and people asked in the comments. So mining byproducts means that sulphite veins and chests in your maps have 10% chance to also contain an equal amount of azurite. So you boop the chest, it gives you some sulphite, and then 10% chance to give you the same amount of azurite. And you don't need space in your sulphite meter for this to work. It will work if you're full, if it's empty, whatever. And this one here, packed with energy, +1 all max res for each chest or vein you find in your maps. And you get increased damage and movement speed. And it just makes mapping so much more pleasurable. It's really like the 3%, especially for this build, 3% increased max res for our fire res is very, very important. So that was really, really good. And that's what the Niko Tech is. And if you just go over here, and so I got 71k in Azurite, and that means I can just do this. And I buy all these, I think this is like 2 divines worth. Probably. How much are these going for a divine? 160. Okay, so it's about 1 divine extra. Again, I'm not going to count it in. I'm just going to chuck them in here. But yeah, this is what our first experiment looked like. And honestly, quite disappointed. I'm disappointed that they nerfed Blight again in a different way because first of all, they had all the chance for Sister Cassia to turn up twice in a map, and that was just great. That meant your Blight Scarab was doing double the work some of the time. And the Cartography Scarabs, I have a video about it. I'll link it in the description below, but I have a video about how the Blight Scarab, the Cartography Scarab does actually work with Blighted Maps and on the Blighted chest, and now it does not. So that's a bit of a shame. It seems like it's always nerfed, but we did get a lot more toxic sewers, which is great because that means I don't have to buy any for the next experiment we're going to run. I'm not entirely sure what that is yet. I might just swap out like red altars for blue altars. I'm interested to see how much currency that's going to make a difference with, or how much of a difference that's going to make currency-wise. It's going to be quite a lot though. But yeah, this is what our loot looks like. Not much to say here, not much difference. But again, and this is what the Excellence Next thing looks like. So 5,975. Only 1 Divine Orb this time. We got 4 Orb of Annulments and 2 Exalts. And Orb of Annulments, I think they all came from an Annul shrine. So I think there's not too much money here. Probably, yeah, 22C. So there's not really that much extra. We got some tainted currency as well. And a couple of things dropped. We got two tabbies. We got one of these quality of socketed intelligence gems helmets, a semi-decent, not that decent, 5C fracture, an accuracy hypnotic eye jewel could be good, and then we definitely got something good in the Sacred Grove memory, but these are not counted towards the results. So there you have it. Cartography Scarabs. Not worth it. Well, they're not worth the price they are, I think. I'm definitely going to run this with, say, like a rusted Cartography Scarab and see if maybe the price has a different effect or something. I don't think it will, though. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, please, chuck us a like and a subscribe. It really helps me figure out what people want to see from this channel. And with that said, I love it all very much. I hope you're kind to everyone you meet, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.